So we've recovered a bit, but we have to talk about something that makes me even more bullish and more sure that we're going to have a bull run. We also know that stablecoins have always been a signal of whether the market's going up or down. If the supply goes up, generally the market follows up afterwards. And we got really, really good news based on that. So they've actually, stablecoin market cap has set a new all-time high of $294 and $294.76 billion. Obviously, it's heavily dominated by Tether, but what it's dominated by may not actually matter. So stablecoin market cap hit a new all-time high of $294.76 billion. Tether's USDT leads with around $173 billion, which accounts for roughly 59% of the total market cap, followed by USDT with $14.4 billion. Stablecoin adoption is still expected to surge once the US finishes its rules on how to implement legislation. On-chain data shows the total stablecoin market cap will hit a new all-time high of $294.76 billion. DeFi Llama also revealed that stablecoins saw a 1.46% increase in volume in the past 7 days, worth basically $200-something million. So this is very, very good news for crypto because every time certain entities start printing a lot of Tether or even USDC, the price starts to go up. And Tether wants a $500 billion valuation on fundraisers. They want to raise $15 to $20 billion to expand. Now, Tether expanding is very, very good for crypto for the reasons that we've actually mentioned before, because they'll probably use it to mint more Tether, to build more infrastructure, which will onboard more people in the crypto. So on Tuesday, Tether's CEO Paolo Ardiano said the company plans to raise funds to maximize its scale by several orders of magnitude. That's very good for us. The narrative comes as a flurry of countries are looking to launch stablecoins based on their local currencies, not US dollars. So yeah, other countries are looking to basically supplant the US. Not very surprising. Bloomberg reported that the USDT issuer was in talks with investors about the possibility of raising between 15 and 20 billion in a private placement. The report also revealed that Tether seeks to offer up to 3% of the company to investors. Despite the final raised amount potentially becoming lower, the initiative would value the Tether at $500 billion. Tether thought new equity instead of existing investors selling any of their shares. According to the report, Wall Street financial services firm Cantor Fitzgerald will advise the company on the transaction. Even if it doesn't get $500 billion, if they only raise $10 billion, they're still going to mint more Tether and they're going to put infrastructure for people to get access to that Tether. So that will help a lot of people onboard into crypto. And remember, whenever Binance starts getting a lot of Tether, we start going up. And this is a major, major event. And just the fact that these stablecoins are constantly reaching new all-time highs, around this time, makes me more sure than ever that the bull run is not over. CZ did say you've seen nothing yet. Now, I wouldn't really take that to heart because CZ just might be trying to pump stuff, and he probably is. But I do think that this could be one of the reasons that we haven't seen anything yet. So Ardiano tweeted that the firm is evaluating a raise from investors to maximize the scale of the company's strategy across all existing businesses. The initiative shows the rising significance of stablecoins, which stems from the friendlier political and regulatory environment in the U.S. under the Trump administration. Stable announced on September 22nd that PayPal's venture capital firm, PayPal Ventures, had made an investment in Layer 1 network to advance its role in stablecoin payments. The firm, which is backed by Bitfinex Digital Asset Exchange, said PYUSD will be available in the stablecoin as part of the initiative. So basically, it's more than just Tether. You see PayPal USD getting in on it. And of course, with this Genius Act established into law that allows the issuance and trading of stablecoins in the U.S. So I think you're seeing just the beginnings of the stablecoin expansion. And if it's only the beginnings of the stablecoin expansion, it might only be the earlier parts of a possible bull run. Now, that would obviously completely screw over the time of the 4-year cycle, but there's nothing specifically saying that we absolutely have to follow the 4-year cycle every single time. And I'm getting at this point that we're not going to follow the 4-year cycle this time, because I think there's too many initiatives being undertaken that will really fully blossom next year. And we could definitely have the bull run then, assuming the economy doesn't completely crash, which is possible with the tariffs that's happening right now. But for the crypto market, at least like for the first half of next year, it should be fairly positive. I mean, like, it's hard for me to see it not being very positive at this point, because I do actually believe that the crypto market, will, like, with the increased rate cuts, which we'll see under Jerome Powell and Trump's guy that's actually coming in, with the increased supply of stablecoins and with better regulations, I can't really see the crypto market not growing. Like, companies are going to have a lot of leeway in like what they actually do, and stablecoin providers are going to be trying to get themselves on more exchanges more aggressively, all the time. So I can't really see this not working out. I mean, there's obviously a possibility it doesn't, but I really don't see it at this point. Like, there's too many good things that are coming in all at the same time. And, with Paul Atkins wanting to fast track like innovation, like, they're probably going to give help to crypto companies as well. So I see a lot of new investment actually into crypto. And obviously, like, the crypto stablecoin expansion is going to help a lot of people on board onto crypto. So that's the good piece of news right now. Like, the stablecoin market cap has actually hit record highs, and that should signal that the bull run may just be starting and may not be over just yet, and probably is not over just yet. The other thing I want to talk about is there is another coin that you need to look at. Someone mentioned to me in chat, it's called Limitless. What is Limitless? It's also going to be on Base. It's also a perpetual DEX. And we've seen how hot these perpetual DEXs are these days. You see Hyperliquid was really, really hot when it started. It's kind of been supplanted by Aster, which is actually backed by Binance. And I still think Aster is a great, great buy. Yes, Aster is very expensive right now. At the time of this recording, it's like $229 or something like that. But I think like Aster can actually flip Hyperliquid in market cap. And I don't really think Hyperliquid is going to lose too much more market cap as long as Bitcoin doesn't completely, go down, which I don't think it will. I think there's enough demand for perps. I definitely think there's enough demand for perpetuals where there's enough room for both of them to kind of coexist at this time. So really not afraid of the whole perpetuals thing, like falling apart. Not really afraid of Hyperliquid falling apart. In fact, I do think Aster will actually reach over $10 billion market cap, possibly over $20 billion market cap, as it actually has more hype than Hyperliquid did, being it offers more leverage than Hyperliquid and also has Binance backing it. So kind of like my 2 cents on the situation as of right now. Now, like this new coin, Limitless, it's going to be on Base. And yes, Base already does have a exchange in Advantis. By the way, I think Advantis is probably a pretty good buy right now, being the same kind of like RWA tokenization slash perps trading platform on Base. On the 7 days, it's up like 110%. So it's growing really, really fast as well. It's not growing as fast as Aster, but I mean, the market cap is only $546 million and the FDV is only $2.1716 billion. So, I mean, it's still way smaller than Aster, and it has more room to grow. I don't think Coinbase is as good of a supporter as Binance, though. But yes, Coinbase is invested in this. I don't think Coinbase is a good of a supporter as Binance, because remember, I don't think Advantis offers 1000x. And also, like, being a company in the US, they still have to go by US regulations, where Aster really doesn't. But that doesn't really matter, because an unlocked market cap of only $546 million for Advantis means that it's just got so much more room to grow, and I still think that's a good investment too. Limitless hasn't actually launched yet, but if Limitless launches and it's only like, $10-15 million market cap, or even $100 million market cap, you probably want to spend a little bit of money on that coin. I obviously wouldn't go all in on the coin. I think that's very dangerous. But spend, a couple $100 on the coin to see where it goes. I mean, if you invested in Aster early with just a couple $100, you'd be making it out really, really well right now. And I think you should try that with Limitless, because, I think you can at least get to where Advantis is right now, and probably much, much higher to where Advantis is right now. So Advantis and Limitless are two that you really, really want to look at, especially Limitless, because it might be new. You really want to get in super, super early on these coins. Like, Advantis at the earliest point you could get in like at 25, like even 20 cents, and right now it's 2.15. So you'd be up like essentially 1,000% at that point. And like, you could get down here in this section at Limitless, and even if you get in at like 30, 40 cents, just wait like a week or two, and you might actually be able to get 10x. I still think Limitless is going to be one of the earlier perps dexes, and right now perps dexes are definitely the hot thing. So you want to get in early on one of these products. It will actually be on base. Now, Hyperliquid has its own chain. I would look at perps dexes on Solana, base, its own chain, and BSC right now, because those are the ones that have liquidity. And perps dexes, if they don't need anything else, they definitely need liquidity. Now, Hyperliquid was able to get away on its own chain because it was the first one. I think it was the first one that really blew up big. But right now, you definitely need your chain to have like massive amounts of liquidity for this perp dex to actually become successful. And obviously, base does have that in spades, as does Solana. So I would be looking for new dexes to rise up on those platforms, because I think they can take advantage of the dex liquidity that already exists, and they can become successful very fast. And obviously, when you get like 10, 15x on the coin after you invested, I would probably take a lot of profit at that point, because you don't really know how long it's going to keep growing. I think it's going to keep growing for a very, very long time. And I think like many of these perp dexes will actually get to several billion, if not tens of billions, especially in the bull run. But you can't rely on maybe. You got to like, when you get that 10x, you got to lock in at least like half of that as profit and let the rest of it run, because even if the rest of it ends up losing you a lot of money, that part that you actually like took profit on has insured you 5x profit. So right now, yeah, both Advantis and Limitless look really, really good. Aster still looks really good. Even Hyperliquid doesn't look all that bad. So those are the ones that you want to focus right now on the bull run. Obviously, Advantis, a lot of people know, and I still think it's fairly early to get in on Advantis, but also Limitless, you can get in really early when they actually have their coin sell. Obviously, pay attention to what it launches at. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you, and have a nice day.